Hey everybody, this is Dean from Dean's Daily Doses starting out TopBuzz Beat The Q. See if we can get a win tonight. 5 grand.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Beatniks. Welcome back to Beat the Q. I'm your host, William Haynes, your good friend for life. Tomorrow is the Oscars, so I'm glad you're finding time while binge watching Best Picture nominees to play Beat the Q. I finished watching Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk earlier today, and the ending still had me confused if it was all a dream or not. By the way, we're doing a special $25,000 Oscar show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, so be sure to tune in. How are you guys doing in the chat? Like Brandon Whitman from Florida, my real friend. Happy birthday to Nathaniel Perales from Texas. You right. Oh, and Elizabeth God. Bell is credited with inventing the telephone back in 1876 because he wanted a way to win some cash money by playing mobile trivia games like Beat the Q. To play, you'll need to be logged into your TopBuzz or Buzz video account. If you don't have one, close out the game and create one using your Facebook, Twitter, or Gmail, and then just tap the show logo to come on back and play. The rules are easy. I'll ask you 12 trivia questions. You'll try to answer them correctly. You'll have 10 seconds to answer, and you cannot change your choice. You're not the Best Picture announcers at last year's Oscars. If you answer all the questions right, you'll win or split our cash prize. But as soon as you get a question wrong, you are gone. Today you'll be playing for a big cash prize of $5,000. $5,000? That's a lot of money. That's enough to pay for like one whole day of college. Some helpful tips. Plug in your phone if that battery is low and connect to strong Wi-Fi. Make sure your app is updated, and if you're invested in stocks, make sure you have a diversified portfolio. Beat the Q is best played with friends. By the way, if you refer a buddy to Beat the Q and they sign up, you'll get an extra life. That means you can stay in the game longer. So share your 8-digit referral code on whatever social media you want. Okay, we're seconds away from getting in on the game. Are you ready? Kim Vorade from Arkansas, you a good friend. Carlos Contreras from Bakersfield, you cool. Amanda Atkinson from Ohio, I like you too. Call us the Scrabble letter Z because we're about to beat the Q. Here's your first question. When water changes from a liquid to a gas or vapor, it's called a complete mystery, a sick vape trick, or evaporation. Think about this one. It's a little bit sciencey. Think back to what your science teacher or just plain common sense might have told you. If you think it's a complete mystery, you may be missing a few brain cells. And if you think it's a sick vape trick, you may be missing a lot of brain cells and a sense of self-awareness. The correct answer is obviously evaporation. Looks like you guys aren't a liquid or a gas because your answers were solid. Congrats to the 17,000 of you who got that right. But like water below 32 degrees, these questions are going to get harder. So here we go. Question 2. Red Delicious, Ginger Gold, and Duchess of Oldenburg are all types of wheat strains, apples, or Trump mistresses. This one might cost you a lot of thinking. It's a hard one. And why are they called weed strains? They should be called weed relaxes. Either way, weed strains is not correct. And I don't think these are Trump mistresses, but we won't find out for sure until he runs out of hush money or forgets he's wearing a microphone again. So the correct answer is, of course, apples. Looks like you guys are doctors because apples did not keep you away from that one. Ooh, to the 16,000 plus of you are one question closer to beating the Q. Who's ready? Well, get ready, okay? Question 3. Who was the pilot for the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars? Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, or Han Solo? Who was it? If this $45 billion franchise is somehow in your blind spot, I can't even be mad. Honestly, I'm impressed. How do you enjoy living in rural Alaska? The answer is, of course, Han Solo. This character is so popular that they even gave him his own spin-off movie. Not many details have been released yet, but we know the plot follows a young actor's struggle to fill Harrison Ford's shoes. I hope you guys are being nice in the chat. As Master Yoda said, being a jerk in the chat leads to anger, and anger leads to hate, and hate leads to people being played by Hayden Christensen, and no one wants that. So let's keep it cool and keep going with the game. Question 4. Which of these sports does not specifically involve scoring goals? Lacrosse, polo, or volleyball? Obviously, I'm a big sportsman myself, being very capable. But if you ask my high school sports team, no sports team involves scoring goals. We weren't very good, and that's why I'm a game show host now. Very proud. The goal of both lacrosse and polo is to score goals and avoid pretending the stick is a lightsaber. So that means the correct answer is volleyball. In volleyball, there are no goals. Just two teams competing to prevent the co-star of Castaway from hitting the ground on their side. Speaking of games with goals, if you get knocked out, beat the Q before you beat the Q, you can just play next time. We go live every day, and guess what? Tomorrow we're doing a special $25,000 Oscar show at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, where we are doing all movie trivia. So be sure to tune in to find out who designed the dress I'm wearing. Moving on. Question 5. Katherine Hudson is the real name of Beyonce, Lady Gaga, or Katy Perry? All of these women sing songs, so know that. I've heard all of them sing a song at some point. And we know it's not Beyonce because her real name is Beyonce Knowles, single lady, first of her name, Queen of the Americas and Feeler of Halos. And Katherine Hudson is not the real name of Lady Gaga because her real name is only pronounceable by the alien people from her dimension. That's right, Katy Perry's real name is Katherine Hudson. And according to my mom, she also goes by the name Zooey Deschanel. Okay, like Katy Perry did with her ex-husband Russell Brand, let's move on. Question 6. What does the Dow Jones Industrial Average measure? Atmospheric pressure, the stock market, or yearly pollution?
2 games at once.
Which one of these
Cheese and TopBuzz.
Well, the thing that measures yearly pollution is called the atmosphere in Los Angeles. And the thing that measures the pressure in the atmosphere is called the amount of times you melted down and shoplifted. That means that you were correct if you said the Dow Jones measures the stock market. But like I always say, it's not the size of the stock market, it's the motion of the daily stock prices.
I don't know that, Robert.
It measures the motion of the daily stock prices of 30 large publicly owned U.S. companies. Why is everyone being so weird about this? If you got that one right, you are halfway through. Beat the Q. If the stock market knocks you out, don't get into a Great Depression. You should come hang out with us on Twitter at BTQOfficial. I will award you with a key to my heart. So shout out to our new followers, Emmanuel Phillip, Kayla Culver, James Scott. Join us on Twitter at BTQOfficial. Be a real friend. Question 7. Which of these was not at least partially built by Gustav Eiffel? The Eiffel Tower, Christ the Redeemer, or the Statue of Liberty? Okay. This is a difficult one. It's about constructs. And you might think Donald Trump invented building a giant tower to compensate for something, but that honor actually goes to Gustav Eiffel, who built the eponymous Eiffel Tower in 1889. And you may think Donald Trump invented being loosely involved with a very fake woman, but that honor goes to Gustav Eiffel, who was the second interior designer on the Statue of Liberty. The correct answer, and the person who would be very confused with seeing a 90-foot tall statue of himself, is Christ the Redeemer. Speaking of redemption, tip. Refer your friends to the game and send them your 8-digit referral code, and if they sign up, you'll get an extra life. If you have one now, you'll be able to answer this next question. Today, horseshoes are most commonly made from lead, nickel, or steel. Horseshoes, huh? Well, unfortunately for how sad the world is lately, horseshoes aren't made out of giant squeaky red rubber that would cheer everyone right up. It'd be like... It would just be the best thing. The correct answer is steel. Horseshoes are hammered into horses' hooves to prevent them from wear, which I'm sure is an idea that took some convincing to get the horses on board. And hey, look, to the 3,800 of you who got that right, time to mount up. We're riding for our next question. In Lord of the Rings, where did the people of Rohan flee to when under attack? Weathertop, Helm's Deep, or Gondor? Lord of the Rings gave us a lot of things. Liv Tyler's first good movie, Peter Jackson's last good movie, the fictional land of New Zealand, but most importantly, it gave us a rich mythical world to learn the history of instead of our own world's actual history. So what's the answer? There's no reason not to know this besides having friends in high school. The correct answer is Helm's Deep. You might remember Helm's Deep as the only reason to sit through the second movie. I don't need talking trees. I just want to see Viggo Mortensen kick some butt, all right? just like you guys are. Congrats to the winners still in, all the over 2,000 of you. Now, how are you guys doing in the chat? You guys hanging out in there? You being cool? You only got 3 questions left until you get the Q, so here's your next one. Question 10. The simplest explanation is the most likely is an idea attributed to who? The simplest explanation is the most likely is an idea attributed to who? Thomas Aquinas?
I don't have a clue.
Anselm of Canterbury? Or William of Ockham? Which one of these guys made this simple idea? Well, you've heard Sherlock Holmes use it to justify his deductions. You've heard people on Reddit use it to justify harassing video game journalists. But who created this idea so often used by people who think they're smarter than they are? This idea is called Occam's razor, so the simplest explanation and correct answer is William of Ockham. Medieval friar and philosopher William Ockham came up with Occam's razor in the early 1300s, and we've been having to replace it every few months ever since. Looks like that was a close shave for 900 of you who got that right. Good job. Let's keep going on. Ooh, to the over 1,000 of you who got it wrong. Tomorrow. Question 11. In what country do children traditionally toss their teeth on their home's roof? Greece, Sweden, or Turkey? In America, tossing children's teeth onto the roof of your home is called
if we get question 12 right,
but in one of these foreign countries, it's a fun tradition.
$50,000 on here. And on here, they're on about the same damn question.
The correct answer, and the only good John Travolta movie, is Greece. Kids in Greece and other countries like Singapore and Botswana throw their teeth on the roof of their homes so their new teeth come in straight and healthy, which honestly makes just as much sense as expecting some magical being to show up and throw you a couple of bucks. Wait, that's exactly what Beat the Q is. So please don't give me your baby teeth. If you're still in the game, all you got to do is give me one more correct answer, and you will win your cash money. It's time.
Winnie Pooh lives 100-acre woods, isn't it? We'll get this right in part of 50 grand.
5,000 bucks on the line. 5,000 peanuts. And speaking of peanuts, this transition is going to be nuts. Here's your final question. In Peanuts, which of these is not one of Snoopy's brothers? Andy, Edgar, or Olaf? According to the alarmingly comprehensive Wikipedia article, Snoopy actually has 7 siblings.
I haven't used my life on
I didn't know that either. 5 of which were named in the comic strip, and 2 of which were named in a non-canon TV special.
I think.
It turns out Peanuts is a lot like Star Wars, though it'll probably be a few years before we see a prequel trilogy about why Schroeder isn't absolutely good at piano for his age. That said, within the apparently robust Peanuts extended universe, there is no mention of a sibling named Edgar.
Oh yeah, 100 acres.
So if you chose Edgar, you just beat the Q.
I did them both. I won 2 of them at once. How cool is that?
Congratulations to our 170 winners. You are smart and a true friend. Congratulations. Like a Charlie Brown Christmas, you are special.
I won,
and if
guys.
Lucy pulled the football away from you on that
one,
it's okay.
$50,000 prize winner on Cheez Quizbiz.
Special $25,000
I won that one.
Show. Tomorrow,
9
4 p.m., 7 p.m.
29 cents, I think.
If you're one of our winners, it's really
Let's see what we won on Beat the Q. I didn't
sign
simultaneous.
Click draw and connect to your PayPal and get that
both.
money.
How cool is
Also
that?
tell your friends you won on social media.
Let's see.
Social media was invented to brag about your
I don't know what I won on Beat the Q yet. It was a $5,000 prize.
It was also invented to connect people. So give all your friends your referral code. Duh. Then you will get a life that will help you win the next time you play. If you couldn't play today, remember you need to be logged into your TopBuzz or Buzz Video account. So create one using your Facebook, Twitter, or Google account, and you can jump into the game next time. I've been your host, William Haynes, and until next time, thanks for playing Beat the Q.
Beat the Q, I didn't use my extra life. I might have, I don't remember. Let's see what I won. $29. I won $29 on Beat the Q. I won $29 on Beat the Q. And $9 on Cheez Quizbiz playing at the same time. How cool is that, guys? Like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. Check out all my videos.